Chris, can I trouble you for a favour? I need to borrow something of yours for an experiment. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine, whatever. Hang on, trouble me for what?
Some of your blood. You've got 8 pints of it.
Absolutely not. I'm using mine at the moment.
Yeah, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to get it on telly.
Ooh, this does sound good, actually.
Great. Now remember, we can only do this because we're doctors.
Now, you might think I'm being brave with this needle, but you've got to remember that needles don't hurt unless you think they hurt, and I don't think it hurts. Nice work, Xand. I have to say, though, for all the vital jobs it does, like carrying oxygen around my body, it's not much to look at, is it? I mean, it's just sort of red and gloopy, right?
Wrong! It is much to look at, but only if you put it in one of these. This is a centrifuge machine.
This is my centrifuge machine. I've been looking for that.
Stop interrupting. We're trying to do an experiment. By spinning Chris's blood around at high speed, the centrifuge machine will separate the different parts that make up blood so we can see them.
And 10 minutes later...
So there we go.
Now, this top liquid layer is called the plasma, and it carries nutrients around your body and also carries waste material that your body wants to get rid of. And underneath the plasma, you can see this red layer, and that is made up of red blood cells, or erythrocytes, and these carry oxygen all around your body. And also in there are the platelets, and those are the cells that help you form blood clots.
And right between these two layers, you can see a little bit of cloudiness. Those are white blood cells to fight infection.
Well, there we go, Chris. We're all done with that now.
Why are you giving me this?
I only needed to borrow it. I'm a man of my word. So you've seen what your blood is made up of, but do you know where your blood comes from? Well, we're going to show you.